So today I am trying out the Morphe and Ashley Strong collaboration. It's the cake liner palette and it retails for $14. I liked these cake liners because usually you see water activated liners that are super bright, but these are really pretty nice fall and neutral colors. So I just started out with lining my upper lash line and then bringing that liner in the inner corner. I'm keeping that line pretty thin because I have hooded eyes, but I'm just going over it with the liner to make sure it's super pigmented and getting a nice even line. I usually use liquid liners for my graphic liner looks, so this is really the first time I'm experimenting with cake liners. So now I'm just drawing above on the lid with all that space that I have there. So just trying to get a precise line. This is definitely not perfect, kind of just a sketch, and then I'm going to go over and make it a little more defined, a little more round, and make the shape that I'm really going for. But we're just lightly creating that shape, trying to, look forward, see how it's gonna look straight on, and just get the right shape. A brush with a little longer and more pointed tip would have been better. I also have quite the shaky hand sometimes, so I can't just perfectly draw on the eyelid. One thing I do like about cake liners though, and the fact that they're water activated, is if you don't have any shadow on, you can clean them up really easily with just a Q-tip and a little bit of water. So you can see here that I added a wing, and I'm just filling that in and making that more bold and connecting it to the line that I've put across on the lid, creating a nice little point there. So now I'm just cleaning that all up and making it a more crisp line, making it more opaque, just defining that shape. It took me some time to kind of get a feel of the consistency of using cake liners, but overall I'm really liking the palette. It just takes a little bit of time to get it just right when you're trying to do a graphic liner look, but there I am, just cleaning up a little bit. So now I'm just going in with that cream kind of white color you see. The first color, the black I used, was in the shade Zen, and that cream looking color is in the shade 314. So I am just outlining the black liner that I originally laid down and just doubling that up and trying to make that crisp. I would say this cream light color isn't as pigmented as the black, so I do have to go over it just to make it a little bit more pigmented, but that could be more of user error because I'm trying to find the perfect water to liner ratio. But now I'm just going in that inner corner and I'm outlining everything that I've already done. So now continuing that abstract look, I'm putting that cream liner above that black line that's on my lid. And just continuing to make that more crisp and adding a little bit more pigment to it. So now giving it a look at the shape and making sure it is how I envisioned it, and I'm going to move on to the other eye. So now that the eyes are complete, I just popped on some pretty natural lashes, nothing dramatic really. Just completing it with some mascara and we're all done. So this is the final look. I've done something similar to this on my channel before. This is just a really easy graphic liner look. I really like it. I think the one that I did in the past, I had like rhinestones up here or something like that. This is a little different for me. I think it's really good with the spooky season or whatever. I just love the look of graphic liner. I really do. Even though it's a little out there for some people, I think it's cool. I really enjoyed using the cake liner palette. I usually use liquid liners when I'm doing graphic liner that have a brush, so I think I could have benefited from a brush that had just like a little more of a pointed tip at times. But yeah, that doesn't really, you know, affect the quality of the palette. I think for me, because I usually use liquid when I'm using doing graphic liners, that just finding that perfect water to liner ratio for the cake liners to make sure you're getting the most pigmented you know, strokes and stuff. And like me, I have such a shaky hand sometimes, so I feel like it was just hard for me to just start drawing sometimes. But yeah, I've done this look before. I really like it. Some people it's a little out there. It is a little bit, but at the same time, I just really love graphic liner. I don't know, it just gives me this edge that I feel like I don't typically have. So I don't know, I really like it. So then I just paired it with this nude glossy lip. I know when I've watched Ashley's tutorials or looked on her Instagram, she often has a glossy lip, so I thought I would just channel that. I really like this look and I hope you do too. If you do, please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.